This is Castle Street and the town hall is behind me. Castle Street these days is a mix of bars, restaurants, at least one coffee shop and some other shops as well, like Boots on the right hand side here. There are also quite a few offices as well. So while Castle Street is a very interesting street in its own right, today we're going to look at a street that no longer exists, and it used to be pretty much the continuation of this street. We're going to take a look today at South Castle Street. These footsteps, by the way, aren't the sound of my heels. I think there's somebody about to overtake us. Okay, so let's have a look back at where we've come from. So this is Castle Street, pretty much walk the length of that, and that's Liverpool Town Hall in the distance there. Going to turn round now and head in the direction that we're going, and this is Castle Street's junction with James Street to the right, and to the left Lord Street, and this area now is pretty much known as Derby Square. In front of us here is the Queen Victoria Monument. Basically it's a statue to Queen Victoria, but there are actually 26 bronze figures on this monument. The foundation stone was laid on the 11th of October 1902 by Field Marshal Lord Roberts, who was Commander-in-Chief to the Armed Forces. The monument was unveiled on the 27th of September 1906, and it's a Grade 2 listed structure. So let's have a look at what was here before the Queen Victoria Monument. This monument actually stands on the site of Liverpool Castle, hence Castle Street and South Castle Street. This is what Liverpool Castle looked like. Construction started around about 1232 and it was completed in 1237. It stood here until it was demolished in 1726. It was built for William de Ferris, who was the 4th Earl of Derby. This painting of the castle was published in 1878, and it depicts the castle in 1689. So while the plaque on the Victoria Monument commemorates the site of the castle, it makes no mention of the church that was here. This is a photograph taken from Castle Street. The town hall would be behind us. In the distance there you can see the dome of the customs house, but you can also see on the right hand side a spire. Now that spire belonged to a church called St George's. Construction of St George's Church began in 1726 and it was consecrated in 1734. Its architect was Thomas Steers. The entire church was rebuilt between 1819 and 1825 when structural problems were gradually revealed and a new spire, which was reduced in height, was finally added in 1833, the original spire having developed problems as early as 1760. The church closed in 1897 and was demolished some time after that. Quite a few things were suggested to fill the space, and eventually they decided on the monument to Queen Victoria. Okay, so back to modern times. This is the Queen Elizabeth II Law Courts. Until the mid-1980s, all Crown Court cases in Liverpool were heard in St George's Hall. Construction of this monstrosity started in 1973. It was designed by a company called Farmer and Dark, whoever they are, and it's designed in a brutalist style. This building cost £43.4 million, and it was officially opened in 1984. Hearings of Liverpool Magistrates Court had formerly been held in the courthouse on Dale Street on the corner of Hatton Garden. They were transferred here in 2015, which left the Magistrates Court empty, and if you've been down there lately, you know it's looking a little bit sorry for itself. Just to deviate slightly, this is the old Magistrates Court on Dale Street and Hatton Garden. There was talk of turning it into a hotel. I'm not quite sure what happened to that plan. Right, sorry about that. I thought I would just show you the old Magistrates Court. So we're back at the QE2 Law Courts on what was South Castle Street. And I think this part here, where it changes from flags to asphalt or whatever the floor is made of here, this is the remains of South Castle Street. We used to get the bus home from here. We used to catch the number 5, and its journey to Woolton would begin here, and before this was paved it used to take a circle around the monument and then off down Lord Street. Now back in those days, this sign which says Derby Square used to say South Castle Street, and the buses used to line up here where these seats are and these bicycles are and this tree is. Liverpool was savagely bombed during the Second World War, most notably during the May Blitz of 1941. This photograph shows South Castle Street and its junction with Lord Street to the left of the photograph, showing major bomb damage. In the distance you can see the Customs House and the dome is missing. The damage to the Customs House is probably more clearly represented in this photo. And this is what South Castle Street looked like before all that war damage. You can see the Customs House in the distance there, complete with its dome. This whole area then was completely flattened, as you can see in this photograph. It's pretty plain that this has taken numerous hits during the war. But I didn't know anything about this as a kid, because by the time I was growing up in the late 50s and 1960s, this area had been rebuilt. This photograph shows that some tidying up has been done. It's probably after the war. You can see that these trams are doing that circular motion around Queen Victoria's monument, which I mentioned earlier. The buses later did exactly the same. This photograph shows some of that rebuilding, and you'll notice that buses now have replaced trams. There's no tram tracks anymore. And this is what was built on the corner. This is the Pearl Insurance Building. I remember standing here on this corner under that building waiting for the number 5 to turn up and take us home to Woolton. And sure enough, one did. This is the number 5 heading off to Woolton, And that Pearl Insurance building doesn't look sparkly white anymore. But there again, nothing ever did back then in Liverpool. Liverpool's buses back then were painted green, or sometimes green with a cream stripe between the upper and lower deck windows. But this one is just plain aluminium. It's never been painted. There wasn't many of these buses around, but they had the nickname Ghost Bus. And that Pearl Insurance building is still here today. But Derby Square itself and the former South Castle Street have gone through many changes over the years, from having a castle on this site to having St George's Church. I forgot to mention there was also some houses here around the church. There was a whole community built on this site. I suppose it just shows that areas and the streets change along with people's needs, from having a castle that protected the coastline to now we have a brutalist Crown and Magistrates Court. It just, time moves on. I just wanted to show this photograph. It's taken from the corner of South Castle Street before the Pearl Insurance building was built, and we're looking down Castle Street itself towards the town hall, and this bus is probably coming into the terminus on South Castle Street. But all this bunting that is at the end of Lord Street here is for the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II. Queen Elizabeth II became Queen on the 6th of February 1952, but her coronation was on the 2nd of June 1953, so this photograph was taken sometime pretty soon before that date. As you can see, there's no bunting out yet. I'm sure there will be. The council will put some sort of ceremonial bunting out for the new King Charles, who will be at his coronation on Saturday, coming Saturday the 6th of May 2023. Now that photograph would have been taken from here somewhere, but I'm going to take a walk around the monument like the trams used to do and like the buses I remember used to do, and head off down Lord Street. I just wanted to say that I mentioned the Customs House quite a few times in this video, and the next video will be about places we lost, and I'm going to start off with a video about the Customs House. So just in case you were thinking I'd missed a trick or I hadn't said a great deal about the old Customs House, it's coming up in the next video, and it'll be on in the next few days. Anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch up soon. That's Lord Street in front of us, by the way.